Hey guys, it's KoreanWonderBoi with an I and not a Y. Welcome back to episode 7 of Crash Bandicoot. I don't know why I went it's probably because I wasn't sure what episode it was. Pretty sure it's 7. And welcome back. We're gonna jump right into Road to Nowhere. And, you know, oh my goodness, the phone. Don't you guys just love telemarketers? Anyway, guys, sorry about that. I just didn't really feel like redoing the intro, so I just went, oh, that's not very nice. Exactly. I went, oh, that's not very nice. So, the Road to Nowhere is another unique concept. It's another unique concept, sort of like the running towards the screen. Now you're running away from the screen. And it's a different feel, actually, because they did a really nice job with the fog, because, you know, sort of like in Minecraft, like the fog represents the render distance, so you don't have to render everything super ahead of time, you know? And I think they did a really good job of it, because it looks really spooky, and it feels like I'm on a road to going nowhere. Like, I don't see anything. One thing about this one thing about this level that I always couldn't figure out what to do with is the hog. I still don't really know what to do with the hog. Anyways, I feel like a lot of people feel like lately, feel like their life is just the road to nowhere. They're just, because I know I have like a lot of friends. I've felt similar ways fairly recently as well. But a lot of people feel like just like life is just, it feels like I'm just working towards like nothing. I just feel like everything is just going to waste. Everything's just doesn't have a purpose. But the trick is, everything always has a purpose. Once you get to the end, obviously, in this case, in this euphemism, is the end is the level. But once you get to the end, you'll know that the fruits of your hard work were definitely worth it. So I want everybody. I know a lot of my friends, not that they don't necessarily watch my videos, but I know a lot of people are or do have problems. So just remember, if you are having troubles trying to convince yourself that you're doing something that is worth doing, just persevere and it'll be worth it, trust me. Anyways, trying to be all philosophical here. It's a nice ambient level, so I was trying to be all philosophical and stuff. Philosophical, that's a nice word. Have you guys ever realized how many like nice sounding words to say there are in the English language? Like, actually, like, so many words. Like, I know in biology class we went over we were going over how you name like species. Like, you know how we're Homo sapiens. Like, most people know that we are called Homo sapiens now. But that naming system is called binomial nomenclature. I'm gonna, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, say that word, binomial nomenclature. It just rolls off the tongue so well, and like, squiggle, squish, just words that are just so, I don't know, just they're just pleasing to say. Binomial nomenclature, prenatal, Chesterfield, Philippine mangoes. No, but really. So, last episode's question of the video, I asked a lot of questions and I rewatched it. I'm like, wow, come up with some decent commentary. We don't want to listen about you answering or asking 20 million questions because you can't think of a single thing to say. Which was true, it was the case, and I wasn't able to re-record. That's why that episode was like that. But a surprising number of you actually did respond to a lot of the questions. So the first question was, are you guys okay with me having an outburst of failure amidst storytelling? And the general consensus, once again, you guys are like Goldilocks. You cherish bed-stealing Goldilocks people. The majority of people said that they liked fail because it made it funnier, but not too much because it just made it obnoxious. What do I do? Oh, that's cool. It's like an elevator. Oh, that's really cool. Wow, that's really cool. But yeah, a lot of people said you guys liked it, but not just as long as it's not too much. And I'm just gonna do one of these. Hopefully this doesn't glitch on me. Please, game. I'm begging you. Yes. Oh my god, I feel like I'm like playing a lottery every single time I'm praying for the save to work. My goodness. So yeah, a lot of people said you guys are, once again, you guys are Goldilocks. I don't know why I even bother asking those kind of questions. Like, you guys are always gonna say, oh, just not a bit, but not too much. That was stupid. Wow, it's crash spun for a while there. I guess you could say he's all spun out. No, but really, you guys are Goldilocks. I'm not even kidding. You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no. In and you're out, up and you're down. You're wrong when it's right, black and it's white. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, Katy Perry. Katy Perry, actually. I don't love her music. Boulder Dash, get it? It's like Bouldergeist, but Boulder Dash. So I'm not like a big, I'm not a hater of her music, but at the same time I'm not a big fan. But her music is just so easy to get caught in your head because if you look, there's the same chords over and over and over again, and that's what makes a song catchy. This music is awesome as well. Oh, that was too early. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay, so. Second question I asked last episode, what's your phobia and why are you a phobia? I saw a few. I saw one that I've never actually heard. Like I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen someone who has it. One person in the comments said they were afraid of vomit. And speaking of which, I'm gonna give you a fair warning right now. The story I'm about to tell might be gross, so if you don't like gross stories, turn away. Because then the story isn't for you. Don't worry, it's not. Well, okay, never mind. It's gross. So, yeah, proceed at your own caution. So, I have a really strong stomach. I have never eaten something and felt sick to the point of having to throw up. I have never thrown up due to food or sickness at all, ever. Oh, I'm gonna die now, because you saw how I stopped there a bit? I'm gonna die. You have to be 100% efficient in this level. So, I never throw up. When I was a kid, like maybe when I was a baby, apparently I did throw up, because babies throw up all the time. But I've never ever thrown up, except one night. So, as a few of you might know, not a lot of you though, I have a heart condition that causes me to. I have to stay on anticoagulant. Oh, I'm gonna die again, aren't I? I have to stay on. I'm on anticoagulants, which basically is induced hemophilia, which is basically saying that you're gonna bleed for a while if you ever start bleeding. Whew. So, like, if I get a cut or something, like that cut's not gonna scab over as soon as it would for most people. That's what it means. So I take a medicine that induces said thing to reduce blood clots. Most people who have had heart attacks or have thinner arteries due to cholesterol intake will be on that kind of medication. But due to a heart condition that I developed at a young age, I am on anticoagulants. So I'm used to having long nosebleeds and such, and if I have a cut, I'm careful with it. I'm gonna die, 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 I don't wanna die, I don't wanna die, I couldn't. I put a band-aid on it, and I heal it nice. I hear the exit. Oh my god! I did it! Okay, so yeah, that kind of stuff. And so, but like nosebleeds usually take a while for them to go away, anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. I think the longest I've had was 2 hours, but oh dear, this is a long level. I'm gonna finish talking about it really quickly, and I'm gonna go back through the levels. So I'm actually gonna just stop in the middle of the level here. I hope you guys don't mind, but I just want to finish my story. So I had a nosebleed during the night, and I usually ignore it if that's the case. If that ever happens, I'll just sort of lie down because it'll stop eventually. I mean, I'll swallow the blood for most part, but it won't. They usually don't last too long, so I'm usually okay. Well, this one, certain foods can affect my the level of clotting that my blood does, and apparently my blood clotting level was a lot lower than it should be, even with the medication that night. So my nosebleed kept on for like 3 hours or so. So 3 hours later, at like 3 in the morning, I wake up and I'm feeling sick to my stomach. My stomach is just killing me. Like, I'm just, like, the worst stomachache I've ever had, and I just woke up, and I'm just lying there, and it's bad, so bad to the point that I cannot breathe. Like, every time I breathe, I feel like I'm just gonna throw up. So I took a few deep breaths, sat up on my bed, which is thankful that I did sit up. Fortunately, my door was also open. So I took a few deep breaths, and after I took a few deep breaths, I was about to lie back down, and suddenly, I just threw up in my hands, which is, you know, isn't bad. Like, people throw up all the time. And obviously, I threw up in my hands because I didn't want to get it on all over the floor. But the thing is, obviously, I caught most of it, which is good, because a lot of it did get on the floor and stuff, but, I mean, not as much as it could have. So, that happened, and then, oh my god, I made the jump. So, fortunately, the doors to my, the doors from my bedroom to the bathroom were all open, so I could get there. And so, oh, that was stupid. I basically dumped everything in the toilet, and I turned on the light, and, well, actually, it was it was like 3 in the morning, and I think there was a night light or something in the bathroom. And I'm looking at the toilet, and it's like black to blood red. And I was seriously concerned because I'm like, oh, that's not good. That can't be good. And I'm like, and I was pretty young. So I'm just like yelling to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I threw up. And they're just like, whatever, deal with it. Well, not, obviously not, but they're like, sort of like grumbling as they get up. And then I'm like, and I repeat it again. And so what they do is they come over, and literally my mom is like shocked beyond belief, because how shocked would you be if you heard your son, your like 8-year-old son, yell in the middle of the night? Oh, what was up there? I heard something fling away. It was probably a mask. What would you do if you heard your son say, "Oh, I threw up," and you went to the bathroom and you saw just blood everywhere, black, red blood? Which is the problem, because blood goes black after digestion, and it's also toxic during digestion, which is why I threw up, because my body was like, "Oh, blood, that's toxic," and it turned half of it black and half of it stayed the true color. True colors. So yeah. I lost a lot of blood that night. I did not have to go to the ER. I just took a lot of fluids, and I was pale, and I didn't go to school the next day. But I don't even know why I ended up taking that. Right, the guy who had the fear of vomit. I hope you didn't listen to my story. Otherwise, I'm very sorry. I'm still curious. What's in here? Oh, it's a mask. That's nice. Okay. Question of the video. Question of the video. Let's just do a vote this time. I just want to see what the vote will end up being. Tell me, Carly Rae Jepsen or Psy? It is up to you. It is fully up to you, and I hope you guys make the right decision. Just saying. Because there is a wrong and right decision. Alright, okay guys. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. This is KoreanWonderBoi, and I'll see you guys